The men and women of the U.S. transportation design and construction industry build infrastructure that provides transportation choices. 3 projects showcase the industry's use of innovation and contributions to environmental progress, using recycled materials and energy-efficient bridge lighting in Minnesota, protecting sensitive wetlands and wildlife in Maryland, and doubling commuter capacity with no visible environmental footprint in New York. In Minneapolis, crews answered an extraordinary crisis with a record-breaking response, deploying cutting-edge technology to make it happen.
Recycled waste products from coal made the concrete stronger. This saved 700 pounds of CO2 emissions per cubic yard of concrete. The old roadbed was crushed into aggregate to be recycled for the new roadway. LED lighting uses lower energy and requires less maintenance. This technology was used for the first time on this bridge. At each end are 2 30-foot tall gateway sculptures using concrete with a new nanotechnology. When sunlight hits the surface of the concrete, it creates a photocatalytic reaction that cleans pollution out of the air and creates self-cleaning surface.
Only 413 days after the original bridge collapsed, the project team had the new span open to traffic, a record. What transportation infrastructure projects do is provide mobility and choices, benefiting communities they serve.
It's a great template for future projects because it was a true partnership, working together to make transportation better, to make it quicker, to make it safer, to have great respect for the environment.
Designers spent a century dreaming they'd build this. The $8.7 billion Trans-Hudson Express Tunnel project will connect New Jersey and New York with a new train tunnel.
They're only going to drive by and see a couple pieces of construction barrier, but they're not going to see what we actually do down here.
What they're doing down here is starting a tunnel through New Jersey's Palisade Mountain, under the Hudson River, ending at a new massive train station 150 feet below 34th Street in Manhattan, with minimal impact to the environment.
When you really step back, you're allowing New Jersey Transit to bring different train lines into a single transfer location and then bring all that traffic into Manhattan in a seamless way. That is huge. People who would otherwise be driving now can see a cost-effective way to get into work and get into work on time. That gets them out of their car.
This project takes 22,000 vehicles every day off the road, where people will come out of their cars and get onto this train system.
And that translates into less harmful emissions. Each year, the area will see 1,600 fewer tons of carbon monoxide, 15 fewer tons of nitrogen oxide, 40 tons of volatile organic compounds, and 66,000 tons of greenhouse gases. Crews will even clean up environmental messes that were there before they started.
We are taking over a dormant brownfield site that has a set of pollutants into it, and we're going to mitigate those too as part of the project.
Solving environmental problems and doubling commuter capacity. With 6 lanes stretching 18 miles, Maryland's $2.5 billion Intercounty Connector project is one of the nation's largest and most environmentally sensitive projects.
The best way to build this bridge and to preserve this rock creek is to not touch it. And that is exactly what we've done here.
We are installing underground stormwater management structures, which allows the runoff from the highway to get underground and cool before it is then released to the stream.
This replaces the stormwater management ponds that you see when you drive down the road. They're going to be a thing of the past. Water coming off of asphalt surfaces can be 90, 95 degrees. That can kill fish. Fish like it to be about 68 degrees. This underground stormwater management gets us to the 68 degrees and below.
The ICC is also creating 8 acres of parkland for every acre lost to construction. A focus on unprecedented environmental protection. It's why the ICC is one of the greenest projects in the nation. Across the transportation design and construction industry, new technology and a focus on protecting the environment. Not just buzzwords, it's today's model for doing business.
We're always going to need heavy construction machines for large transportation projects, but we can build these machines and use them and operate them in a way that's, leaner, cleaner, and greener.
Transportation improvements, mobility, choices, environmental benefits.